Oxidation reaction. Aldehydes are differ from ketone in their oxidation reaction. Usually, aldehydes are easily oxidized to carboxylic acid on treatment with oxidizing agent like nitric acid, potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, etc. like this. So, even in a mild oxidizing agent, mainly tolerance reagents and Fehling test reagents also oxidizes aldehydes. So, here look at this reaction, aldehydes oxidize to give carboxylic acid. Usually the ketone, look at this, ketones are generally oxidized under vigorous condition. That is the strong oxidizing agent and at elevated temperatures. Their oxidations involving carbon-carbon bond cleavage, because this to the afford of mixture of carboxylic acid having a lesser number of carbon atoms than the parent ketone. Look at this C1 C2 cleavage and C2 C3 cleavage. You will get a different carboxylic acid. Look at this carboxylic acid and look at this carboxylic. Both are different carboxylic acid. So the cleavage like this 1, 2, 3. The depends that cleavage, so that you will get different types of the carboxylic acid. That is a mild oxidizing agent. That is look in distinguish aldehydes from ketone. Used to distinguish aldehydes from ketone. First one is the tolerance reagent. Another one is the Fehling test. The tolerance test usually on warming an aldehyde with a freshly prepared ammonical silver nitrate solution. So this is the tolerance reagent. A bright silver mirror is produced due to the formation of silver metal. So this gives a bright silver mirror image. So the aldehydes are oxidized to corresponding carboxylate anion. The reactions occurs in the alkaline medium. Look at this reaction. The aldehydes and the tolerance reagent to form, this is silver precipitated, so it gives a silver mirror, shiny silver mirror images appear. Then the Fehling test. The Fehling test, Fehling's reagents comprises of two solutions, that is Fehling A and the Fehling B solution. Already you were aware of that solution in the laboratory. So Fehling A solution as contains aqueous copper sulfate and the Fehling B solution is alkaline sodium potassium tartrate, that is Rockall salt. So these two solutions, Fehling A and B, two solutions are mixed with the equal amounts before the test. On heating an aldehyde with Fehling's reagent, the reddish brown precipitate is obtained. So this is the copper oxide. So the reddish brown precipitate is obtained. So aldehydes are oxidized to corresponding carboxylate anion. The aromatic aldehydes do not respond this test. Only the aliphatic aldehyde respond this test. Aromatic aldehyde does not respond this test. The very important one, aromatic aldehyde does not respond. Then oxidation, the oxidation of methyl ketone by haloform reaction. Aldehydes and ketone having at least one methyl group linked with the carbonyl carbon atom, there is a methyl ketone, are oxidized by sodium hypohalite to sodium salts of the corresponding carboxylic acid having one carbon atom less than that of the carbonyl compound. Look at this, R C double bond O CH3 sodium hypohalite NaOX to form RC double bond O ONA and CHX3. The X may be chlorine, bromine or iodine. So this the methyl group is converted to haloform. So this methyl group is converted to haloform. The oxidation does not affect a carbon-carbon double bond if the present in the molecule. For example, look at this. in case if you take the carbon carbon double bond alkene compound, so what happens? CH3 C double bond O CH3. NaOCl to form like this, CH3 CONA and double bond O HCH3. So this is the iodoform reaction with the sodium hypoiodide, also used for the direction of the CH3CO group or the CH3CHOH group, which is produced with the CH3CO group on oxidation. Next we will discuss the reaction due to the alpha hydrogen. Acidity of alpha hydrogen of aldehydes and ketone. See here, the aldehydes and ketones undergoes a number of reactions due to the acidic nature of the alpha hydrogen. See, this is alpha hydrogen, this is the alpha carbon, so that the alpha hydrogen, the acidity of alpha hydrogen atoms, the carbonyl compound, is to the strong electron withdrawing effect of the carbonyl group and the resonance stabilization of the conjugation base. Look at this. What happened? This base affect the alpha hydrogen, because this one, the first carbon is alpha carbon, so that this hydrogen is alpha hydrogen. What happened? To attack this. So yeah, it forms a resonance like this. So again this will be the same position will follow, so that it has a resonance structure. The next is a aldol condensation reaction. Aldehydes and ketones having at least one alpha hydrogen undergo a reaction in the presence of dilute alkali as catalyst to form beta hydroxy. This is the beta compound, because of this is aldehyde, so alpha and this is a beta. So beta hydroxy aldehyde, this is also called aldol or beta hydroxy ketones. Look at this, beta hydroxy ketones, that is also called ketol. This reaction is called aldol condensation reaction. Look at this reaction. Aldehyde react with the dilute alkali to form aldol. This name is 3-hydroxybutanol, and form further heating lose the water molecule to form but2-enal. So this is aldol condensation product. And the ketone, this is for aldehyde, this is for ketone. In the presence of barium hydroxide to form ketol, the product name is 4-hydroxy 4-methyl pentan 2-one. And further on heating, loss of the water molecule to form aldol condensation product, that is 4-methyl pent 3-in-2-one. So the name of aldol is derived from the name of the two functional group, that is aldehyde and alcohol. Here look at this, one alcohol, one aldehyde, that's why they are aldol. And the present in the products, the aldol and the ketols readily lose water to give alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, which are aldol condensation product, and the reaction is called aldol condensation reaction. Though ketone gives a ketol, that is compound containing ketone and alcohol, that is why they are ketol. The general name of aldol condensation still applies to the reaction of ketone due to their similarity with aldehydes. Okay. Then the cross aldol condensation reaction. The cross aldol reaction, when alcohol condensation is carried out between two different aldehyde groups. Look at this, This is one aldehyde and this is another aldehyde. So this is two different aldehyde or different ketone. It is called a cross aldol condensation reaction. Look at this reaction. If both of them contain alpha hydrogen, atoms and gives a mixture of four products. This is look at this. This is illustrated the reaction, aldol reaction, mixture of ethanol and propanol. Look at this. First, suppose if you take from same molecule, that from two molecules of ethanol, you will get two products, that is but 2-enol, and this is 2-methoxy pen 2-enol, that is from two molecules of propanol or from two molecules of ethanol. This is from two molecules of propanol. So you will get like the product like this. Suppose different, that is ethanol and propanol, from one molecule of ethanol and one molecule of propanol, you will get 2-methyl but 2-enol and pent 2-enol. So this is called cross aldol. This is simple or self aldol, or this is a cross aldol. It gives a mixture of four products. Then ketone can also be used as a one component in the cross aldol reaction. Look at this, the benzaldehyde and the ketone compound. In the presence of base at 293 Kelvin, you will get benzal acetophenone. This is called benzal acetophenone, or 1,3 diphenyl prop 2-ene 1-1. It is a major product. So this is called cross aldol condensation reaction. Next, other reactions, that is for Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro reaction, just opposite of the aldol condensation reaction, that is aldehyde which do not have an alpha hydrogen, that is absence of the alpha hydrogen atom, undergoes self oxidation and reduction, that is also called a disproportionation reaction, on heating with the concentrated alkalis. So in this reaction, there is one molecule of aldehyde is reduced to alcohol, while another oxidized to carboxylic acid salt. So you look at this reaction. Here, absence of aldehyde, this is formaldehyde, two molecules of formaldehyde. So I am going to write two molecules of formaldehyde and react with the concentrate KOH, potassium hydroxide, on heating. You will get methanol, that is alcohol, methanol, and potassium salt, simply C double bond O, okay, potassium formate. Similarly, in aromatic aldehyde, that is benzaldehyde, that is two molecules of benzaldehyde in the presence of the concentrated NaOH, sodium hydroxide, on heating you will get benzyl alcohol, CH2OH. So this is benzyl alcohol and sodium benzoate. So COONA. So this is sodium benzoate. And next is the use of aldehydes and ketone. Usually chemical industry, aldehydes and ketones are used as a solvent, starting material and reagents for the synthesis of other products. Formaldehyde is a well-known compound of formalin, that is 40% solution, used to preserve biological specimens and prepare bakelite, urea formaldehyde glues and other polymeric products. And acetaldehyde is used as a primarily as a starting material in the manufactures of acetic acid, ethyl acetate, vinyl acetate, polymers and drugs. So then benzaldehyde used as a perfumery industries, dye industries, Acetones and ethyl methyl ketones are common industrial solvent. Many aldehydes and ketones like butyraldehyde, vanillin, acetophenone, camphor, etc. Are well known for their odors and flavors. So next we will discuss the carboxylic acid preparation, nomenclature, preparation. Then we will discuss in next class. Thank you.